So what are the cameras that Casey Neistat uses in his vlog films to do time lapses? I've done some research and I'm gonna talk about that in this video.
Let's all get down.
So Casey Neistat is arguably the very best video blogger on YouTube really right now. And I'm sure if you've seen his work, he's inspired you. He's certainly inspired me. And in one of his new daily films, he revealed the cameras he was using to do time lapses that are so prevalent in every single one of his daily films. And he showed a lot of the stuff, but people always would ask in the comments still like, hey, what is that lens specifically? Or what was the model number specifically for that camera? And so I'm similar. I asked similar questions. So I did the research, I looked into it, and I want to share the details about some of those things with you. Now this video is not associated or connected with Casey, and everything I'm sharing is just in my humble opinion. I just did my best and I could be wrong. So let me know if a specific gear item is different in the comment section below. And lastly, while you're watching this video, check out show notes and links in the YouTube description. If I forget anything or if you're curious about specific specs or anything like that, that is all down there. Let's jump into it. So Casey mentioned in this particular video that he shoots 3 time lapses at a time. And the first time lapse that he was shooting was with a Canon 5D Mark III. And on it, I believe the lens is a Canon EF-75-300. Now, just a couple thoughts on that. The camera itself is a phenomenal camera, a higher end full frame DSLR camera, and that lens works on that camera. Now, the nice thing about having really long zoom lenses is that if you were to shoot time lapses like Casey does or did from a rooftop, from one vantage point, you can create totally distinct experiences. You could zoom way in on the horizon, you can zoom down to the street. And so that was his first setup. Now, secondly, he mentions that he also uses the Canon G7X. And just like he talks about in his daily vlogs, films with the ability to, film himself and shoot with the Canon G7X, he also mentioned that he uses that for time lapses as well. And if you've got multiple cameras, you can start creating multiple time lapses, and time lapses take so long, it's good to have multiple going at once with diversity. And the cool thing about the G7X is it also has the ability to zoom a little bit and to get a different shot composition for time lapses. Now, in a different video than the one where he revealed the 3 he was doing at the time, the one where this thumbnail was taken from, I believe he's using the Canon 70D, and on it, he's got a 18-55 STM lens. Now ultimately that's just my best guess from looking at this footage. And then lastly, he reveals that he was using an iPhone, I believe it was an iPhone 6, and he uses the time-lapse setting built right into the camera. Now, I had never tried it out before watching Casey's vlog films, and I just did it this morning, and it is very cool, very easy to do. Just set up and start it, and now you have a time lapse. And so he mentions that produces the best results, and so something to definitely check out. If you've got an iPhone, you can get multiple cameras going. You got your DSLR angle, you have your vlog camera angle, and then you've got your smartphone angle, and I'm sure there's apps for your smartphone. And you could do time lapses like Casey does, 3 or 4 at a time. Now, just a couple observations about how he specifically does his time lapses. I mean, first and foremost, he does it on the iPhone, and that's all built in. But one of the things I noticed was that when he was shooting this one with I believe the 70D, or when he was on the roof shooting with the 5D Mark III, that he simply just records the videos. And so I'm guessing that he speeds it up in post in his video editing software later on. And so if you wanted to get started with time lapses, that's a way to do it. Just hit record, film whatever you're filming, speed that video up later on, and it turns into a time lapse. But another way to do time lapses is with an intervalometer. Different cameras sometimes have these built in. I think Nikon cameras, a lot of them have them built in, I think, and a lot of the cameras don't. So what you do is you get a separate controller that you plug into your camera, and you can set how many seconds between shots and different details on the intervalometer. I looked up the 7D, and you could do it without one of these. You can just do it with the software. You hook it up with the Wi-Fi and you can control your camera, and then it kind of does it. So that's like a freeway, and you could research that. And with those, there's kind of like the expensive Canon version, but the cheaper like eBay generic versions also really work great. Just, you know, research them and read the reviews maybe before you pick any of those up. And then if you're curious about how to do that and how to set it up, just search in YouTube or search in Google how to do time lapses with your model of camera, or type in how to do time lapses with your model of camera and an intervalometer, and there's tons of great content out there. Hey, so that's it for this video. Make sure to go check out Casey's channel. I'm sure you've already seen it, but if you haven't, head over there on YouTube, link in the description. I'll link it up here on the screen. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button. I would appreciate it. And then leave a comment. Maybe I was wrong about something in the video or one of the details. Please share down below, and any questions or feedback that you have down there. Subscribe to Think Media TV for other gear reviews and videos really like this, talking about gear and tips to help you go further, faster in media. And then lastly, I did another video where I talked about the gear that he uses in his kind of daily vlog films and the different setups. So you can see that, link in the description below or here on the screen. Appreciate you taking the time to check this video out. Casey, thank you so much for your inspiration in my life and the lives of so many. Think Media TV, helping you move further, faster in media. Keep crushing it, and we'll talk soon. Yo, notes. If you're still watching, appreciate you making it this far.